Hey guys, Spike here for Midwest Furfest 2017 here in Chicago, and the place is already packed. I mean, we have already got to be into thousands by now. Registration is in an hour. I haven't eaten yet because I've had a long day of flying, but we'll have registration in an hour, so I'll go ahead and do that. And also, someone brought a Fuleco costume, the World Cup mascot from 2014. And so I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Zabi Baka costume.
What? Is he just videoing? Is that what's going on? Oh my. Hi, D. Oh, sorry.
It's alright. I get a friendly bunch, but yeah, I'll bring you back in a little later. We have everything starting a little later tonight, so I'll see you in a little bit.
Could you please stand up if you are here? I know you all know Jim Cody because you do. He has like 8 million followers on Twitter. Thank you so much for the work. It is spectacular. We really, really appreciate that. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started here. So I'm the not as good Cody, but I'm the convention chair this year. So I wanted to very sincerely welcome everybody to Midwest Furfest. How are you guys doing? Yeah? Who flew here, just by a show of applause? Yeah, or hands show, whatever. Drove here? Yeah, live here? Does anyone live in Chicagoland? Yeah, like the stage and a few people down there. Okay, well that's wonderful. No, seriously, thanks so much. Welcome to the convention. We've got an amazing, amazing adventure in store for everybody this weekend. A lot of folks have put a lot of time, a lot of hard work into this. This is our passion. Some people collect stamps, some people collect model cars. Some of us, this is what we do. This is our hobby. Maybe I'll go back and collect stamps again one day, who knows. But it means an awful lot to us that folks are here. You're here in fairly sizable numbers, and we definitely appreciate that as well. And that's a big deal because we were able to actually secure some larger space for stuff this year. We heard year after year after year, could you please make the dealer's den a little bit bigger? We're sick of going downstairs in these little tiny rooms. And when we first started a long time ago in this hotel, those weren't tiny rooms and there weren't a whole lot of people there. But this year we've been able to expand into the convention center. Gina's going to talk a little bit more about that in a moment here. Has anybody, just by show of applause, been over to the convention center yet at all? It's like a 30-mile walk, right? Like it takes 3 or 4 hours and sled dogs and all that other stuff. No, I did 9 miles of walking yesterday, which was just delightful. My Fitbit, just doing real well here. So again, thanks everybody. We want to make sure when everybody's here, please try to make sure you're getting some sleep. You're all adults, most of you. Make sure you're taking time to eat and hydrate and all those things. And just please, we're a large group of people here. I don't want to sound like your dad, but make sure you're washing your hands regularly. If you've ever been on things like cruise ships or you go to big sports games and stuff like that, people just create germs by being people. So we want to make sure everybody continues to be healthy and things like that over the weekend. So all those types of things, super, super important. And I think I've stalled long enough here with this Roscoe. I wanted to, first of all, we saw the theme, Grimm's Fairy Tales. I want to make a special mention here to our guests of honor this year. So, Remy Wolf, if you could stand up, please. So, Remy, we have Latin Vixen. We have Russ Adams. Please stand up from Sci-Fi Geocaches Creatures and stuff. So, thank you so much for being here. We are honored to have you guys here. Super excited, really, really good set of stuff. If you check Sked, you guys remember, who's been here before? Dan, my bad? Yeah. Are you familiar with Sked? Yeah. Sked's super important this year because you can imagine with our size, some things may need to shift around over the weekend because something got more popular than we would have expected. There was a printed version of the schedule. We would ask you to always refer to Sked, SCHED.furfest.org, and if you don't know what I just said, if you look at the back of your badge, the URL is on there as well. The most up-to-date times and rooms and all of that stuff will be inside of Sked. You'll be able to find different panels that our guests of honor are going to be running this year. So again, thanks for everybody helping us out with that here. I'm going to pass things over here to Pero in a moment, but I want to sort of introduce folks who are new to why there's a bunch of us on stage here. I'm the chairperson this year, but like I'm more than anything, as Pero has said in past years, I'm just a pretty face. I just do stuff like talking on a microphone. These are the folks around me here, and two of them are actually doing some work right now on helping the registration system deal with some of our larger than expected quantity of guests this year. But these are the folks who are doing a lot of the work and the people in their departments this year. So we have Cheetah, we have Datahawk, we have Null, we have Pero. Crimson and Rama are also helping this out this year. So again, I just talk on the microphone, but please, a round of applause for these guys, if you please. It's amazing for those of us, a lot of you have actually been here as attendees and watched the convention grow over the years. It's super important for us to make sure that you are having the best experience possible. And if you flew here on an airline, you probably heard that on there and rolled your eyes a little bit. But we're serious about that. We've done this year after year. Your feedback helps us improve the convention. If you see something that you think would be better next year, we're already on the reg thing, by the way. We're going to make our best effort to try and deal with that. That's why we ended up getting into the convention center. That's why we ended up making things like the dance competition a main stage event. That's why we did a whole bunch of different stuff. So it needs an awful lot. We'll give you more information at closing ceremonies, how you can help us understand and sort of appreciate your experience this year. But again, throughout the convention, if you see anything that you feel worthy of involving us, whether it's something you feel is a safety issue, whether it's something you feel is a constructive criticism, just find any of our staffers when they're free for a moment, and we'd be more than happy to help hear that kind of stuff. It is super important to us because we're only as good as you guys are as far as your involvement in what you want to get out of the convention itself. So enough talking from me at the moment here. I'm going to pass things over to Pero to talk about a couple different other things here.
Thanks, Cody. Oh, what'd you just... Hi.
Hot mic.
Hi. Just in case you weren't awake, I just helped you with that. I'm Para. I do a lot of things here. One of the things I do here, speaking of customer service, is I help run operations. We want to be your assistant. So if you guys have lost and found items, if you have lost something and you want us to inform you if we find it, we can do that. If you find something, please bring it over there. We'll log it and try to get it to the original owner. If you guys have complaints, really nice complaints, try to be as nice as possible because it makes me not cry. And I don't like crying. I do cry a lot. If you have ever attended any closing ceremonies, you have seen me make it rain. And I hope I do so again because that means we did our job. So anything that you guys need, please come to operations. Just basic questions, where do I go, all that kind of stuff. We're going to help you with that. We're going to talk about charity stuff eventually, but if you have donations for charity, bring it there. We're starting a charity auction news system. It's going to have things online. You can check out what's for sale. We're trying to make the process as streamlined as possible. So if you want to help our awesome charity out, which we're going to talk about, please come to operations and we can assist you with those auction items. Other than that, volunteers. We absolutely need volunteers. Volunteers are lifeblood of our organization. You know, all of us staff, as Cody said, we might be pretty faces or people who talk on stage, but we really rely upon our volunteers to help us get stuff done. So if you want to help out this organization, if you want to kind of get your foot into the door, it's a really, really good step. Volunteers desk is right outside operations. All of this is in the Reagan room, and that's on the lobby level in the kind of glass bubble area. Please come and visit us. Other than that, I also handle social media. I'm the Twitter guy. You might have heard of Pound Furfest. That was me.
You're really crying. That's why the crying.
Yeah, it's bad when they give the 39-year-old the Twitter account, and I'm supposed to, know these terms and things. But no, guys.
And the Twitters
and the Twitters and the interwebs. But guys, we listen. Obviously the volume is insane, so we might be a little slow replying. But if you do have questions, comments, things like that, Twitter, info@furfest.org, all of these ways are ways that you can get in touch with us, tell us what we're doing right, tell us what we're doing wrong. We listen, we really do. So thank you guys for your input, and we'll continue to send out information that's pertinent to the con through these venues. So thank you guys are awesome.
Thank you. She was setting up these weird stickers earlier. I'm actually putting a sticker on my laptop here. It says Team Cheetah, and it's got these really interesting looking cheetahs on it. So.
How many spotty cats in the room? Oh, come on!
How many dogs in the room? Just saying.
You all. Well, we know where the asses are coming from. Just saying. Smelly dogs. We love you, canines. Hi, I am Cheetah. My role at the convention is I do all the convention's contracts, and I have two really, really phenomenal groups of people working in MFF. That is your hotel team, and we do both. The hotel's a bit of a misnomer. We have a little facility across the street as well, and also hospitality, the people that are doing the soda machine of doom and snacks and treats. Those are all my folks that are really good people. So the little cottage we have across the street, we added 390,000 square feet to the footprint of the event. Parking lot, which the dealers I hope absolutely love. It's sheltered unloading and loading, and the rest of it are two absolutely beautiful ballrooms for absolutely everything that involves our merchants and trades. The Fursuit Lounge, there's an annex over there for those of you that are coming over from other properties who just want a place to relax. The Artist Alley with 110 tables. The Art Show with over 200 panels this year. And a dealer's den that went from just over 100 panels tables last year to 320 tables. Headspace down at international level, and I didn't want to get squished, so we could fly. We probably in our best interest. It's a beautiful space, and I hope everyone loves it. There's a few really neat food and beverage options that are over there now. We love Perps here at the Hyatt. There's an honest to Pete Starbucks in the lobby that is open almost all the same hours as programming. It's in the main first floor lobby. And they have an entire lineup of tasty caffeine beverages. They do breakfast sandwiches. It's the real deal. In addition, for those people who are spending a lot of time over there, there will be concessions in the north and south ballrooms. That covers all of our convention space. And the Expeteria is a cafeteria-style eatery that is literally just across the street. So, Cody here apparently gets sore paws walking all of 3 minutes across there?
It is true. I wiener like that, yes.
So the convention center is accessible at street level. The weather is really terrific. If you would like to get to the convention center without taking the Habitat trails, the hamster tubes as it were, all you need to do is cross Bryn Mawr right behind us and make the first left. There's a huge front circle drive with fountains and all the rest of it. You go inside, you found the Starbucks, by the way, and all you have to do is go upstairs. There's escalators, you can come to the bottom ballroom, and lots of signage. So feel free to use the street.
please don't get run over by a car. Yeah, be safe out there. Yes, that was a long time ago. All right, we have a lot of hotels that we work with. The Aloft, Crown Plaza, Comfort Inn. Folks have booked out a block in other hotels as well. And of course, the Hyatt Regency River, which, having rented an awful lot of hotels, this is bar none the best convention host hotel on the planet. It really is. There are over 600 people that are working this weekend to support us at the Hyatt. Be nice. Apparently all the vacation requests were denied this weekend. So, yeah. They're super happy to have us. Along those lines, would you help out our housekeepers? It is in your best interest. The housekeepers vote on every room and who had the cleanest room, and they get to decide the 5 best rooms. You should have gotten a little flyer when you checked in the front desk, and the Hyatt will pick 5 rooms and comp 2 of your room nights. So keep it clean. There's big bags that you can throw your trash in. They'll be refreshed every day, and they would really appreciate the help. The Hyatt does have one request. It is actually in the code of conduct, but I will remind everyone, please no wheeled conveyances. That includes hoverboards, rollerblades, skateboards, all the things that have wheels, things in your shoes. It's really awesome to just see like years gliding past the sea of people. But it's pretty full out there, and I want everyone to be safe. So if you'd help us out with that, it would be super terrific. Just one last item on hotels. There has been some really constructive feedback, especially on food and beverage here at the Hyatt, and the Hyatt has listened. They have done an enormous amount of work in improving what is available in the hours it's available. The lobby bar opens at noon every day just outside of O. They have significantly increased the options for the dog bowls, which are totally awesome. They may even be doing breakfast. They were talking about that yesterday. But definitely lunch and dinner, it's a great deal and very tasty. Every food outlet, it's Red Bar and O, will have a full buffet for every meal this year to help you get through if you're just looking for a quick bite. And in Perks, there's really awesome baked goods. They've got cookies and little red velvet cake muffins. They're super tasty. And to help out our charity, which you'll hear about in just a little bit, every sales of the Paw Prints and Big Bad Wolf drinks incur a $1 donation, and it will add up fast. I have seen the way you people drink. So enjoy your helping out our charity. It is super, super exciting to see everyone here. We have a ton of new space. It's gorgeous space. The Rosemont Convention Center has been super helpful getting us settled in, and I really hope that everyone enjoys it to the utmost. Fantastic.
If you see some of the staffers and they have these really crazy looking pins on, what we started doing this year, and I think Dana made this point earlier as I was talking to her while Cheetah was talking, she's like, remember, we don't do anything. It's the people who volunteer and do the actual work. You're going to see service year pins on a number of our different staffers. So based on how long or how many years you've been here, they're different colors with a different number of years on them and so forth. So it's our way of recognizing that, yeah, we stand up here and we talk and we do whatever, but at the end of the day, it is our volunteers, it's the staff who are, a lot of them are still working very, very hard right now, and we're using that as a way to recognize them. So, yeah. Maybe say thank you if you feel that's a good way to repay that when you see that kind of stuff, but I just think the pins are neat.
There are a lot of 10-plus buttons out there. There are a lot of them.
That is weird. The red ones, the 10 ones should get a red or yellow, but blood.
We were trying to go Star Trek uniform on it, but, you know, different convention circuit. Yeah, I guess she has one more thing.
I neglected things, sorry, a little short on sleep. All right, something super cool. I did mention we have 4 contracted properties. Everyone loves the room keys. I know because the front desk staff tells me about all the people trying to do their best to put some boots on. Please give us one room keys. So we did something really neat in order for folks that couldn't stay in the Hyatt. You know that over 60% of the attendees are not staying in the Hyatt. We have a huge amount of people that are spread about Rosemont. Every contracted property got a unique key card this time. The only way to get one, and the front desks at every hotel know this, you must be a registered guest at that hotel. So I have Big Bad Wolf right here. Can you put up the key set, Audie?
They're the coolest keys.
They are super cool. There are 4 totally awesome keys. There is an exception if you want the complete set. There will be one and only one complete set of all the key cards at the charity auction. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, if you haven't seen some of the other ones, you've seen them up there. They're pretty sick.
They are really awesome. Alrighty. Bid high, bid early. Chicago, bid early, bid often.
I think it's both, but anyway.
Oh, what? Okay. That was a segue.
We're segueing ever.
Wait, no, segues aren't allowed. No wheel conveyances. Hey guys, as per usual, you're probably used to me talking about security at this point because that's what I do.
Hi, Data.
Hi Cody, you still love me, right?
I do.
Good.
I'm smart like that.
Good. Shush. Anyway, as per usual, we have our glorious security crew out there helping keep things flowing. You will find them in the dark blue vests. Unfortunately, it was a snafu with the placard, so not all of them have inserts in the back saying they're security, but if you see the dark blue vest with the sparkly stripes, that's security. If you have any issues, questions, or concerns, feel free to stop them and ask. If you see something, say something. We would rather hear from 20 people that they saw something than hear from 0 people and miss something. We also have our crowd control out there helping with lines like registration and big events. Please, at all times, listen to, they have the information, listen to them. They're going to be able to tell you, where the line is and what we need to do to keep things moving and clear. As a constant reminder, the top of the escalator by the elevators on the lobby level, I know everybody wants to hang out and chat. Unfortunately, that is a thoroughfare. Please do everything in your car to keep that open. We need... I have been trying to petition for a bulldozer for that for years and they still won't give it to me. I don't understand why. But if you have friends up there, we all want to hang out and chat. Just step on the corner a little bit, come down to the ballroom hallway down here. There's plenty of space. If you see your friends starting to gather, it's like, hey guys, why don't we move over here? Keep it clear, please, because we have a lot of people. We have ADA, we have staff, we have hotel staff that need to get through there at all times. ADA leads into elevators will only be loading from this level the entire weekend. There is an ADA elevator if you are not aware of it and you need an elevator. The elevator on this level, and it goes international up to lobby, and on this level is over by Perks. So if you are looking at Perks, it is directly to the left. When you're up in the lobby, it's kind of hiding to the left of Red Bar. And it's really hiding on international level, so if you don't know where it is, you can kind of guesstimate. It's back in the back corner past the escalators. So if you need an ADA, that does go through all 3 floors the entire weekend. But the center elevators and oh wow, words, tired, sleep, that would be good, man, are only loading from this level, and that is to keep flow clean for everybody. It just makes it easier. Also, as an issue that was brought up last night with the dances, we apologize for miscommunication. We will be allowing bags into the dance. However, understand, we are not allowing liquids. You can have an empty water bottle, because we do have water stations in the dance for you to fill, but we're not allowing any liquids in. You can bring your own bottle. Obviously, no weapons, no illicit substances, and we will be looking in your bags. We will do our best to resolve the issue and get communication out much cleaner for next year. So bags will be allowed, and as always, if you have any medical needs, obviously those will also be allowed in. There is no question of that. And if you have any question on insecurity, we'll be able to clearly answer questions on that. So I think that's my fun.
Yeah. And I sort of drew this short straw on this because I'm probably the only one who can try to hold it together here. I gotta go off script on all this stuff here. We as a convention, we work very closely with each other. We work very hard throughout the year to make a lot of this event happen. And This was a particularly difficult year for our team. In December, not too long actually after last year, we lost Quasi Skunk. He was with the convention for, gosh, well more than a decade. Very integral part of the staff. He covered the Fursuit Lounge. We've got Con Suite, Staff Lounge, I mean, everywhere. And we miss Quasi incredibly dearly. It's been very, very challenging for the team this year to be able to fill those shoes. We never will, but we'll try to move on. And then, as the team was adjusting, we lost Takaza earlier in the spring. I'd known Dan for a while, and it was sudden. Dan had a heart attack. He was at home. And it's tough. It's tough when you spend a lot of time working closely with somebody to have that happen. And I know I'm not the only one, even by a long shot, this has impacted. Duncan, his partner, and their whole family was very, very heavily impacted with it. Duncan, of course, is a staffer, former con chair. He has been brilliant at coming back to help us out again this year. It's been real tough for us. It's real tough for a lot of our staff. I think we've done a brilliant job. I couldn't be more proud of my team. I couldn't be more proud of all the people who volunteered. I'm promising I wasn't going to cry on stage. I guess that's sort of the point in all of this, is that this is more than just a job for a lot of us. I mean, obviously we're all volunteers, but there's such an emotional connection. A very good friend of mine, Thumper, continually drills this into me all the time. He's like, we're mission driven, we're mission driven. We're here because we believe in what we do. I do this because I've watched people over the years evolve from being nerdy little teenagers like I was as a kid, to suddenly gaining a level of confidence because I can speak amongst my peers. Maybe I go to an office after my convention, I'm able to ask my boss for a raise. Maybe I get the confidence to tell my family something I couldn't otherwise tell my family because I felt finally supported in my life. This, to a lot of us, is far more than just a chance to be silly and crazy. Please, be silly and crazy. We do encourage that. But I think the beauty in all this, though, is that you've got a team that is so dedicated to this, and that's why we keep saying, please, constructive, in parentheses, criticism is incredibly helpful. We're not doing something because we're being difficult or because we're trying to be jerks. We're doing something because we genuinely believe it's the right thing to do. And as the attendees, if you don't find something that's working, we want to correct it because this is a very important event for all of us. So Takaza is going to be enormously missed for a very long time. It left the organization with a significant hole. We didn't even realize, because Takaza was so incredibly pervasive in everything that he touched, just how much stuff he was involved in. And it has been super hard to fill those shoes. But again, super proud of the team for that. And I definitely appreciate everybody else and all the patience that you've had throughout the year. A lot of the delays we may have had opening hotels and dealers and other stuff much earlier in the year, pretty much a reflection of the fact that our team, not only do we have day jobs, but we're coping with an awful lot. So you guys have been spectacular. I mean, we do this because you guys were amazing. Most of you who knew about this stuff, actually all of you who found out about this, you were very, very supportive of this. And there's a lot to that. We're not just like a business convention or a bunch of people getting together to do stuff. There really is a community and a family that begins to develop around here. So thank you guys for that. So, last thing I'll call out, we'll get back on to some more positive stuff here. I mean, there's some service pins that you'll see some of us wearing that have Takaza's character on them and Quasi's characters and things like that. There is an Absent Friends session as part of the programming track on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. It's a chance to reflect on a number of folks that we've lost over the years and people that you may know that you've lost. It's just an open chance to do that. Check inside a sked just to make sure we've got the right room assignment. We may have to move it to a larger room, but it will be Sunday at 10 a.m. All right, now, as I do my best here to dance and transition in a way that you really can't effectively transition well from here, I do want to talk about the charity. And this actually sort of is, it's unplanned, but hey, how about that? That actually is sort of a segue. Because we are such a community and because we are doing a lot of this because we are mission driven, we have a very big part of all of our events centered around our charity and our charitable giving. And you guys, year after year, I mean, you see, we ball on stage when we're about to deliver what we feel is a significant donation to a charity, and then people start running up with cash they had in their pockets. And suddenly that number goes up by like 50%. Our charities are super important to us. We spend an awful lot of time, an awful lot of effort making sure that they really reflect a lot of the values that our community has and the things that we want to accomplish. And so what I want to start off with here is, we wanted to do this in past years, and it's just timing hasn't really permitted it, but we will this year. We want to talk about some of the things past charities have been able to accomplish because of the donations that we've been able to provide them. Felines and Canines was here last year. They sent us an update. Again, Felines and Canines have been spectacular to work with. Lots and lots of things we've done over the years with them, but they took all of the proceeds that we gave them last year and were able to buy a 10-acre, 5,000 square foot facility in Owens Crossing Roads, Alabama. Huge ability to now deal with sheltered animals in different parts of the country. By the way, that is an area that would be dealing with folks who would have lost animals in some of the hurricanes that we saw that part of this year. So they raised the funds, they built a lot of this infrastructure to do this. They got contractors and teams together and building permits, and there's a little bit more money required on their part to complete some of their existing renovations and things that they want to grow. But again, we'd encourage you to take a look at Felines and Canines website to get more on that. What I also want to talk about is, who was here a couple years ago? 2 years ago, maybe? Yeah? That's I know everyone on stage, well, that's good. We're awake. So do you remember Save Event was here as our charity? Remember those guys? So I think we had Danny here from Save Event to help us understand the types of things they were able to accomplish with the work and the donations that we were able to get them. So Danny, if you want to come on up on stage here. We asked, rather than just talking about this stuff, because Danny's awesome to talk to on stage here, we thought, Danny, could you just come back and just tell our folks what you were able to do and how we helped?
Back there you can't hear anything, you just see people. So we take the unadoptable military and police dogs, the ones that are supposed to be euthanized due to liability that can never go to homes. We place them on secured facilities that we own, and then we hire disabled vets to live there and take care of them. So we're pretty fruitful with money because we are 100% volunteer, and with that, all the money goes towards the canines and the veterans. So we do actually still have some of your money left, which is awesome. But more importantly, with that money, we were able to start construction on our 15,000 square foot property in Indiana. We're about 75% done, maybe close to 80. We'll have the first unit out of 8 units up and running by spring. That property is going to house 21 vets and 25 canines forever. So we're pretty happy about that. Dog you see up here walking around, your donation actually helped bring him back as well. He is a retired bomb detection dog, did 4 years in Afghanistan, and was in a mortar attack, was actually supposed to be put down for aggression. So as you can see, we got him back, got him into retirement. He's no longer aggressive most of the time. We've never had him around furries before, but he is around rabbits a lot. He's okay with that. You guys are welcome to pet him. You're welcome to play with him. If you take his ball, 50-50. Yeah. But that's pretty much what we do. It's pretty cut and dry. If anybody wants to get involved, I'm giving Laura a stack of my business cards with my cell phone number on them, which I swear I'd never do again, but there they are. You guys are welcome to come out to any events. You're welcome to come volunteer. You're welcome to come swing a hammer. Before we leave, we'll walk Patty down in the crowd. You guys can pat him. He loves hugs. It'd be cool to see what he does to a furry. There we go. We got a volunteer. But what MFF does for charities like ours and the charities that they've brought in is just, it's unbelievable. I didn't know much about the organization when we first came in, and I find myself telling people about what you do and bragging about what you've done for us. So we're happy that we got invited back here to talk to you guys. It's a great event. Thank you.
Everybody on the spot here. You did. But so yeah, no, we'll leave it at that. You gotta talk. You talk. Go ahead. You always talk. So you go ahead, take the words. That way I can talk too. I won't talk.
So, I'm here again. Just, besides what you guys did for the organization, something personal for me. You know, if you were here a couple of years ago, you heard the story, I didn't want to be involved in this at all. No part of it. Well, I don't know if you see the little lanyard here. This is my second year on staff, so this So, just want to say thanks and glad to be back, and this is going to be fun this year.
That's awesome. Okay, round of applause for these folks. All right, and we have okay, Major, if you want to come up here, we're going to introduce this year's charity. Oh, that's even better. Yes. Yeah. We have 100% more Leandro on stage, now with charity. Oh my goodness.
I would like to petition to be the official puppy breeder.
Yeah. Awesome.
Can you guys tell me what that stands for?
Chicagoland Dog Rescue Support Intervention Program.
And they are a conglomeration of several different rescue groups, and what they do is they help people afford to keep their pets. So if they're going to an apartment where they wouldn't be able to keep them, or they can't afford vet care, or other such things like that, Chris comes in and helps them out. As you can see, we have lots of different folks from lots of different organizations here. Would you guys like to say hello?
I'm Kristen. There are 8 of us groups who started this program about a year ago. We all wanted to do more in Chicago and help. I have my own dog rescue, which we're all breeding. Kristen has a dog and cat rescue. And we just, 8 of us leads, came together and thought of this awesome program that helps owners keep their pets and out of the shelters. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we stand outside of Chicago Animal Control for about 4 hours, and we volunteer our time to divert these animals from going inside. And sometimes these owners just need help, and that's what we're there for. We help them, educate them, we help with medical costs, we pay extreme surgeries. I mean, I think the highest one we've paid was, what, $6,000? So we've paid a bunch, and I don't even know how much we spent, but we've diverted in a little more than a year over 1,000 animals from going inside the shelters. And then the next part of it is not only do we help owners, we also help these animals. So some of the owners really just can't keep their pets. So we're all 501c3 non-for-profit rescue groups, so we actually take these dogs for they don't go in this overcrowded shelter at Chicago Animal Control, because currently they have over 200 cats and they have about 280 dogs. So they are filled to the rim all the time. So what we do is we take them into our rescues, we get them healthy, adoptable, and adopt them to families. So that's kind of what our program does. We actually have volunteers right now at Chicago Animal Control volunteering their time and helping out these animals for our shelters stay less crowded. So, yeah, I don't know. This is Kristen, too, if you want to.
Second, Kristen. We just want to say how honored we are that you guys chose us as your charity this year. We didn't realize when we started, Chris, how much of an impact we were actually going to have at Chicago Animal Care and Control. And what we've seen over the last year, we started in May of 2016, has been amazing. The families, when they reach out to us afterwards, they tell us they came to Animal Care and Control distraught. They didn't know if they would ever see their animal again. And thanks to Chris, they were able to keep their animal, and they love us. And so one thing that struck a chord when you were speaking earlier is about, for us, it's no judgment. You know, a lot of these people come to Animal Control and they're judged by, just because they're having to give up their animal. And people say, well, why aren't you keeping your animal? Why aren't you taking it to the vet? And, you know, we are their last resort, and so we don't judge, and we do what we can to give these animals place. And one other thing that we do, which we don't talk about a lot though, which is amazing, is if it is the animal's last day and they have no money to actually be with the animal and euthanize it humanely, we pay for that. Instead of the animal going into animal control and passing on their own without their person that they've been with for 16, 17 years, we actually pay for them to go to the vet and be with their animal during its last moment. So that's also another part of Chris that we really hold dear to. You guys have just made a huge impact. You have no idea. We have so many stories we can share, and look forward to sharing them next year, but you are going to save literally thousands of lives this weekend by helping us. So thank you so much.
And actually, that's a segue too, because we have a charity auction. And now, has anyone been to the charity auction in past years? I mean, it's been good. It's been pretty darn good. I gotta tell you though, this one this year, oh boy. There are people who donated fursuits. There are signed hockey pucks. There is a lot of really cool stuff in there. So if you're a fanatic of certain memorabilia and all sorts of that kind of stuff, 11 a.m. on Sunday in the Rosemont Ballroom. Oh yes, right, and personal belongings, I guess, from both Chikaza and from come by the auction. If you have something you would like to donate to the charity auction as well, the operations folks will be able to accept that.
Also, if you want to check out what we have already,
oh yeah,
a gallery that shows everything that's been donated so far.
Oh, I forgot we have internet.
You want to check out that fursuit? Just saying, it's all on our gallery. So
yeah, no, it is one. At the very least, it'll be one hell of a show to watch, let alone some of the items that'll be inside there. And at the end of the day, you're going to be helping an incredible cause. And you guys have shown as a community, we have shown as a community, we do amazing things, and we always step up when that need arises. So again, thank you guys for agreeing to come this year, and thank you guys for agreeing to come this year.
So just,
and
yes, hi, there we are.
I believe it's Rama.
Yeah, good. Well,
By the way, this is Rama.
So beyond just the charity auction, there's also different ways that you can give money or assist the charity. Obviously, they'll have their table out there. I'll be very happy to take donations, I'm sure. Plus, I'm sure you guys have some swag too to sell, right? All right. Beyond that, we also have a few events also in the thing. Of course, everyone knows about our charity poker tournament. That's the big one. But we also have Fuzzy Logic Escape Room. That is a new thing for us this year. We're partnering with a furry run business. So part of the fee that you pay for that actually goes right back to our charity. That's open until Sunday afternoon. We have a few different other events in our schedule. We have a Cards versus Humanity charity event at Friday at 9 p.m. This is run by Alkali, so you know this is probably going to be interesting.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be funny.
Get your wallets out.
Yes, there is a Celebrities Cruise Line Is It Anyways on Saturday at 4 p.m. That is also run by Alkali.
I believe I will be there with Alkali, so this should be exciting.
This should be interesting. We also have Drag It Show Live on Saturday at 8 p.m. Another presented by Alkali event, thank God. You know, stuff is, you know, he wears that huge top hat, right? So stuff is full of money. Is he here?
No, I think probably asleep.
He's at the bar. And finally, we have a Fox and Pepper Coyote After Dark concert on Saturday at 10 p.m. All those events, some way give back to the charity. So attend those events, fill their till with money, and we'll be happy to pass it right on to the charity. Thank you.
Excellent. You guys ready to go have some fun? All right, well, thank you guys very much. Let's start this convention.
Life is short, be silly.
What's that a picture of?
I see you. I say that. But there's no one you even know around. That wasn't me.
So cute. So cute. It was. I started a trend on Twitter so I think myself filming the
song. I know. I got like a anxiety attack, kind of. It took me forever to get to my friend's party's table. I'm like searching for it, and there's people standing and walking away. Wow. One guy told me he's been there 3.5 hours. Oh, I mean, something's got to change. That's just, you know what? Two more blocks. That would be so
I'll kill him, motherfucker. You got going under the table. We're in the way.
It's so crowded here.
Forward. Straight road.
Going straight?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can.
Here you go.
That way.
How many apples?
Yeah, let's head this way. Sorry.
Okay, I need to run around. Three people trying to get out.
Another more for less. Hey.
Really, that's the biggest con in the world now.
So in the first one, actually, for me.
Now you're paying the time when a first convention first hits
When you make a new tail.
This convention.
This one.
This is it. This is now it's the world winner now.
Like it's been blocked. Oh no!
You're so cute. Yeah, you are super cute. Super cute.
Oh boy, what's the drama llama up to now? Oh. Portable safe space.
What? It's not Sunday yet. We'll be soon. Sooner than you like.
Soon. Yes, you're out.
This one? Now,
This comes down like a big
Yes. Comments in there.
Oh, he's got
right, for this year's Midwest Furfest, we have a major change as far as the layout of this convention. For this whole time, the Dealer's Den and Arts Alley was down on the bottom floor of the Hyatt. Well, right now I'm inside the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center, and this will be the location of our new Dealer's Den. And yes, it's a longer walk, but a lot more space. I mean, you can't see the den right now. It's a little further in, but this is where the new location will be, right here. And they point out where the Arts Alley and Art Show is, which will be on the other side here. I remember when I was over here when we had the chlorine incident. And when I just laid right here in front of one of these doors here. But I'm walking back towards my hotel here, and yeah, here's a better view of the Dealer's Den.
I'm glad to see this bike.
Ah, hello.
Behold this year's t-shirt. Oh, all for this year's t-shirt.
Oh, nice, yes. I better show that to everyone back at home. Members of our Triangle First back at home. But yeah, as I was saying, I was about to head back and get ready to bring Spike out. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, here's Dealer's Den, and yes, it is much larger than before. In fact, we've tripled the size. Look at these. So they got a lot of crystal Pokeballs now.
How y'all doing?
Good. That is a lot of pottery.
They're made out of wool.
What do you think? And I have that in a smaller size. What I've done is I've done that 17. The next about 14, so I would get the price tag.
Thank you very much.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know which one it is. Oh, sorry.
If you want to...
Yeah.
Follow like the curve of the... I haven't played in a long time. Head/neck.
There's one.
You know, it's like they project out and then they sort of curve. I haven't played this in a hot minute.
When it's time to party, we will party hard.
No, I know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Wow.